Hello everybody. It is the game of ETERNUS, but we have cut the prices of everything in half. We're just like the Flex State people. And not just in half, but the prices for the 800 items are only 10 souls each. So we see that a bunch of people have opted to just buy every 800 item that they could get their hands on, just to get a very cheap start to the game. I think a lot of people are going to adopt this strategy. But yeah, it's going to be a really exciting game. The scaling is going to happen insanely fast. It is gonna be a fucking slaughterfest in the first 4 minutes. We do have here Mimi and Chess, a traditional team if you must. And Mimi, what do you think of this game? Who do you think has the edge here?
I think this is going to be a lot of fun on who has the edge. I think really Amber's going to be looking for a lot of picks. They have a very pick-heavy comp, and so if they're able to do that, I think they'll win handedly. If they're not, then I'm going to give it to Sapphire.
Yeah, I mean, I was told that some of the discussions happening in the Amber side, there are 4 E6s actually in the chat, but the most notorious E6 is, of course, Strength. Strength is one of the people who has attended, like, at least recently, like 90% of our events, and he is a top 25 NA player, one of the best M1 players out there, and everybody's really afraid of him. So Team Amber kind of just picked a lot of characters just to block him out. What is Strength playing, actually? He's playing the Warden, which is not a traditional Strength character as far as I'm aware, and you can tell because he is toast right here.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you try to, like, block one player from getting his picks, but some others have gotten what they want. We do see Liz, top NA Viscous, the second best Viscous in NA, right after Goober himself, and he has been allowed on Viscous, and I think by blocking Strength, maybe you've given Liz too much space to exist, right?
Yeah, it's certainly kind of a trade-off there where, alright, we've shut down Strength, but now we still have the number 2 goo to worry about. So, you know, is it a good strategy? I'm not so sure.
Okay, but we just see almost every single person has been fully decked out. 9 800 items. They, of course, cost 10 each, so why not buy them? And we just see a lot of items in common. Rusted barrels almost everywhere. What do you think of those early rusted barrel picks on almost everyone?
I mean, it makes sense, right? Just kind of slow it down, try to, you know, everyone's got things like headshot booster, close quarters, so they're all going to be doing decent damage even if they're not M1 characters, so shut that down with the Rusted Barrel. It's just as cheap, might as well.
Yeah. I'm curious, I see the Paradox here does not have 9 items right now. She only has 4. Why do you think a player might opt to not buy those cheap early items?
You know, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. I mean, you're only... What? We're saving 40, 50 souls there by not buying? Honestly, I'd just send it. I would do it, but hey.
I mean, yeah, like, you just buy... Like, even if you don't want to buy all 9 items, you can just spend 10 souls to get, like, let's say 6 or 7 items, and you're still going to be very effective. But, yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate
every
it.
time.
Every time. Look, okay, I will explain. I am old. I'm 26, for people who didn't know that. I don't know what jokes the youth is doing.
26 or 7?
Yeah, 26 or 27. Actually, no, I'm 27 now. What the hell am I saying? This is what happens when you have your birthday and then you forget that you grow up. Anyhow, I am 26 or 27, and I don't know what the youth is saying. I am old and decrepit. So I have one joke that I know they're doing, so I have to do it every video. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, anyhow, we're gonna have to see how this game is going. We do see this Wraith is opted for very early testables, which makes sense. Rebuttals, headshot boosters. It's been a very chaotic early game so far. 5 to 3 kills. Certainly not peaceful. What sort of items do you think people want to buy early? Presumably any sort of item that allows for a very quick and easy upgrade, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think really the maximum value right now for this early game is going to be those 1600 items, which previously they were 3200 items. Now that they are half the price, there's a lot of great value there, and we can see things like Billy already has Life Strike and Spirit Snatch. I mean, that in lane is just disgusting. So I think there's going to be a lot of that where, you know, just capitalizing on what is really good value in lane.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, but yeah, some of the items that I think we're gonna see a lot are Tesla Bullets, very good item. Rapid Recharge, just to get as much value out of this, out of your initial charge abilities as possible. But what I really want to discuss is some of these hero picks. Of course, a lot of talk was about countering specific heroes, but some heroes like Dynamo, I think, are here specifically because being able to get a very quick early refresher and transcendent cooldown makes that Dynamo so much more powerful. Dynamo is just really locked behind a whole bunch of 6400 items that he really needs in order to function. What is this Billy doing? This is ambitious Billy, and you get punished for it. But yeah, we do see Spirit Resilience queued. I think that is a fantastic early item. Basically, maybe going double Resilience is something that a lot of players do, just because for 3200 you just add 40% more health, which is so valuable, right?
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't be surprised to see it. I think, you know, my thought process going into this game is, who do I want to play with 80,000 souls, right? Because now it's only 40. So if you can get someone who, like you're talking about with Dynamo, who needs a lot of souls to have a super strong build late game, I mean, that's just going to happen earlier. That's going to be sooner. So I think that's an excellent choice. I think Paradox is another one where, you know, Paradox doesn't need a ton of super expensive items, but the ones that Paradox does need, you can get a lot sooner now.
I mean, to me, I had a very different feeling. To me, I think I would pick the characters that I felt were the weakest in the early game, but the strongest in the mid game. Because I mean, like it's minute 6 and people, and this Drifter is in mid game, right? He has Spirit Snatch, he has Life Strike. He's gonna get a whole bunch more melee items, right? Now, normally, if you have like a very weak early game, right? You kind of can't really rush the items that you need in order to be effective in the mid game. Thinking about it very late game, where already at minute 6 we have people in full builds. I don't know, maybe going for like mid game heavy builds is the correct call instead of just going, oh, I want this Dynamo to have refresher and transcendent cooldown as soon as possible. But we will see what these strategies pan out to. This Mo is in a very traditional sort of strategy. He has that Quicksilver, he has that Mythic Burst, he has that speed just to be able to rush around the battlefield, and he's only at 3.8k. Who are the big winners right now? The Drifter. The Drifter is at 6.5k. Drifter can get very scary if he's ahead, right, Mimi?
Yeah, that Drifter's going to be super worrisome. He's already at +8 on Bullet Scent. So if they let him run away, he could carry this entire game for Amber.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, like, on the other hand, we do see the Lash on Team Sapphire is at 7.6k. Lash is a very weak early laner in my opinion. Not like the weakest out there, but certainly a very weak one. Him just being able to skip the early game, incredible value for him. Lash can really shine when he can like waltz through the battlefield and just get picks, and that's exactly what this Lash is doing. 8.7k, and he has Boundless Spirit already. I mean,
he also at the same time picked up Tank Buster, so he's already going to be doing a massive amount of damage.
Oh god, yeah, that Lash is going to become scary. But yeah, we did see this Paradox.
Glass Cannon.
Yeah, Glass Cannon. I mean, like, going Gun Paradox is fine. I'm just so surprised you don't get those 800 souls. I really didn't expect that this game. But this Dynamo has opted to go for a more support-oriented build. No early refresher rushes or anything spicy like that. I think that makes sense. I mean, like, Dynamo's a good character, good mid-game character. He's actually one of the best mid-game brawlers out there. You add a rescue beam to him, you can 2v2 basically everyone in the game. So, yeah. Strong stuff. What are you looking forward to as we are headed to the 10-minute mark, the mid-boss? Do you think we're going to see a very early mid-boss?
I think so. I don't see why not. I think if one of these teams gets an advantage, mid-boss is just going to be pretty easy to secure. Do you see a very popular item starting to emerge now that it's half price is Metal Skin? A lot of people are opting for Metal Skin so far.
Yeah, I mean, Metal Skin has certainly come back into the meta. And, of course, a lot of early game gun, gun is very good late game and gun is very good early game. Because a lot of early game gun items are just so slot efficient. Think about like basic bat, headshot booster, 50 HP. 50 HP might not look a lot from the headshot booster, it's 55 HP. But still, that's like 5% of your health in one item. So, gun can be very efficient. I'm not surprised to see a lot of early Metal Skins, especially when they're so cheap. But yeah, even in regular Deadlock, Metal Skin has made a massive resurgence when it was considered one of the worst items in the whole game even a couple of weeks ago, right, Mimi?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely kind of come around in favorability on ladder so far, and of course the ETERNUS players know about that. They know the advantages of it. They know how easily it can kind of get you out of a sticky situation, so yeah, just making it even more enticing half off.
talking about builds a little bit, other than, of course, the big rush for those 10 soul items in the very beginning. Oh, that Dynamo does miss that hold. That Shiv is chasing him, however. I don't think he's going to be able to get a pick. That Wraith is like almost out. Oh my god. The Shiv is just missing so many of those bullets. And doesn't matter, gets that nice Torment Pulse. It's very deep in enemy territory, but will Bonklai be able to convert here? I do not think so. But as I was saying, oh god, wait, this Shiv is just going in. He doesn't care.
He does not care. He is, all in sending it.
I mean, Shiv does have that Arctic Blast and Torment Pulse. He can do whatever the frick he wants. But that's exactly the point I wanted to get to. Do you think that other than the 800 items that almost everybody got immediately, do you think we're going to see regular builds just accelerated? Or do you think that the Eternus are going to opt for like very different build paths just because they can rush items, right?
I think it's going to be familiar builds, but in strange orders. Not only are they going to be accelerated, but I think the order is going to be just completely flipped on its head. Like, a perfect example is this page, already having Divine Barrier and Knockdown. I would assume a page would kind of have some other things, Guardian Ward is probably more apt for right now, but, just, hey, it's not that expensive, let me just make that save, get Divine Barrier, it's going to save my team a whole bunch. Makes sense, but it's very out of order.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Guardian Ward upgraded to Divine Barrier. Am I wrong?
It does,
yeah. But yeah, no, I understand what you're talking about. I mean, this Mo has gone for 8.8k escalating exposure. He's going damage Mo, which is always really bold. Escalating exposure is fantastic on Mo once he has Torment Pulse and Scorn. But yeah, this is going to be a really big problem. The mismatch between skill level and between the level of the skills and the amount of items that you have. Because, for example, for a Mo to be really, really good with escalating exposure, you do need both that Burrow and that Max Scorn just to like get one more damage amp and also be able to dish out 500 damage very, very quickly and just start those that escalating chain. But sadly, I mean, Mo, it's an 8.8k Mo. How can he have all the souls? This big mismatch is screwing with some people. I mean, like, for example, I do see a lot of people are not necessarily hitting their spikes. Like, for example, this Shiv right here. Oh, let's go back to the Shiv. Right? So this Shiv looks like he's hit the spike, right? Because, oh, he has Heal Bait, he has a Battle Vest, and he has 2 800 green items. Wrong, he has not done any of that. Well, he probably hit it now. But the point is that you need 4.8k to hit that spike, and you only have half of that soul in item cost. Oh, but big fight happening here. A couple deaths. This Shiv is going insane here. Is he going to be able to get one last pick? Maybe. But yeah, I mean, like, Team Blue is just wrecking here. Being able to get that Urn, being able to get that Walker, which they're going to get very quickly. The Shiv is just going back now. God, Shiv so OP.
Yeah, so far it's kind of been a one-sided fight, and I mean, you can tell by the soul difference, and also it's 25 kills to 14. But really, I mean, if we just take a look at Sapphire, a lot of their players are doing an outsized amount of work. That Lash is 7-0. Shiv is 6-3, and even Strength is coming back now. He's 6-3 as well. Mm-hmm. So, really just doing great numbers on a lot of the Sapphire team right now.
Yeah, I mean, Sapphire, like, that's the problem when you try to, like, counter one player instead of trying to make the best team possible. What happens if you can just play Warden well enough, right? But we do see that refresher on Dynamo. I think that's going to be a very valuable item on him. Being able to get 2 ults off of a Warden, off of a Lash ult. Oh, that's going to completely destroy the Amber team, right?
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I think we're kind of starting to see this, and this is, again, really the soul disparity is double what it is, because all the items cost half as much, so you can buy twice as many items for the same price. So even a tiny soul is actually a lot larger than it seems.
Yeah. But, oh, misses that swap there. And is there going to be a very big fight? Dynamo ult is pressed, but immediately gets stun out. Doesn't matter. We do have that Billy stun, and so that Billy is dead. But, I mean, yeah, I think early mid is in the cards here with 2 picks. And probably a 3rd pick on the Dynamo, on the Drifter. 3rd pick on that Mina. Yeah, Lash ult comes in. Oh my god, Team Amber is just getting destroyed, and I think they're all heading for mid right now.
Yeah, they're heading down.
Is there going to be any contest from Team Amber? I do not see anything in the map. They're looking for any possible picks here. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Sapphire is going to be able to secure that mid and hopefully advance towards the enemy base.
But, you know, we're just not really seeing anyone doing exceptionally well on Amber right now, and that's kind of scaring me.
We do see this Warden is trying to like do a little bit of poking. He is by himself. I don't know if that's smart. Mina is, however, incredibly wounded and she has to back. And with the support of that Paradox, I do not think you can push that Warden. I mean, like, how much poke was there? And he's still at 60% health. It's just insane how powerful that Warden is. Drifter is going to try and look for a pick here. He does get swapped. The Divine Barrier does save in a precarious position, but the Warden is right after him. He does not manage to get the hook. The ult comes in, and I mean, like, ult versus ult, you're just not going to beat a Warden who's 10k ahead of you. But is there going to be a bunch of damage from Lash? Yes, Bonklight is very, very low now, and suddenly that's like 4 picks, isn't it? Team Sapphire is going to be able to secure that Walker. Alright, this Dynamo is trying to defend this Walker by himself. I don't know if he's going to be able to. He does get a very good... That's a good ult, and I mean, that's a lot of damage. The Walker does do percentage health damage, not like flat damage. So, I mean, like, if you're caught in that ray of fire, if you're stunned, you are screwed. But unluckily, like, he didn't have enough damage there with his teammate to wrap everything up. Getting those Walkers, getting that comeback earn is like the only way back for the Amber team. The sole difference is 40k right now, and that's 80k de facto, given the items. I mean, look at this Warden. He has everything. Like, how much DPS does he have? Can we check?
Ward DPS is 421. That is horrifying.
Yeah, I mean, they should have been 420, blaze it. But it's only 421, god. And we do see Team Sapphire is trying to do an assault on the enemy team right now. On the enemy base. Wraith is trying to side lane.
Wraith is base rushing?
I mean, like, what else are you meant to do here?
I don't hate it. No, I think it's, at this point, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, we do not see anyone from Sapphire trying to go back. The Guardians are going to die quickly. The Lash is making his way back. Lash versus Wraith, it should certainly be Lash favored. I mean, like, this Wraith might be really, really strong, but the Lash being able to back the base, you know, throw the Wraith to base, that's going to be really interesting. But as we say all of that, the Team Amber's base is just dying. Oh, is there going to be enough?
Trying to drop it. There it is. Yeah, they almost couldn't quite get the Patron there. That was almost sketchy, but Wraith's still in, trying to do what she can in the enemy base, but Viscus is now here, and Shiv, and that's that.
That's that. I mean, it was a very good attempt. Very, very good attempt. I think that right now you do want to try and get a pick on that Dynamo, and whatever is remaining of the Sapphire team needs to be punished for what they did, because otherwise you don't have a way back into the game. They are chasing that Dynamo. He has just infinite health between those Divine Barriers, those Quantums. He's delayed so much. It took, what, 20 seconds to kill him? For a team of 5 on that side? Yeah. Not looking good for Team Amber.
That's going to be a pretty good buy for them, and goo fight.
It is a goo fight. I mean, the Wraith, like, when they're right with a parry, I did like that. Nice strat. But sadly not enough.
Good idea.
Yeah. I mean, if it works, it works. But sadly, no. This Warden is being like tortured, cursed, disarming Hex maybe too in the future. I mean, everyone has metal skin, so maybe they don't need that. But yeah, this Mina is getting toast in ult. Like, that's always really sad to see. 3 players dead for Amber, and is this gonna be the end of the game?
I didn't expect you to.
It might very well be.
I think so. Yeah. Gonna have to be quite the defense here if they weaken Patron to find their way out of this, but
I mean, yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit of an empty game here. I don't think this there's anything this page can do, and it is GG.
GG.
So you know what the problem was? We kind of let Strength and Liz in the same team, and we were hoping.
Yeah, that was.
If you enjoyed this game where everybody started with some funky items, maybe you'll enjoy this very short game that I linked where everybody starts with every item in the game. I hope you guys like the game. I hope you like it, subscribe, and I hope you have a good day.